What up, it's Ty 1822. Here to review AEW Dynasty, a show. I was live last night with some homies. We had a very good time at this show. But Tony Khan, come on, man. This card did not need it to be 10 matches. Revolution didn't have 10 matches. So why a show like this, that's nowhere big as Revolution, have 10 matches? Even a guy who is sitting down was saying the same thing. One of AEW bigger problems, their shows are too goddamn long. This show ended around what, 12, 20? You got to do better than that, Tony Khan. So let's talk about AEW Dynasty on this Monday afternoon. The show kicks off with the Owen Hart Cup tournament match. Kevin Knight versus Will Ospreay. And this was a good one. Seeing Will Ospreay in person is a phenomenal thing to see. If you've never seen him in person, please go to a show if he on the card. Kevin Knight, bright future in AEW. Will Ospreay is your winner and advance to the next round. We heard people. We heard people. We heard people. It was so awesome to do that in person, and I posted a short of that. The Hurt Syndicate versus Big Bill and Brian Keith for their AEW Tag Team Championships, and this was a solid match. But also, this is a match you can see on Collision or Dynamite. But I'm happy to see the Hurt Syndicate in person. Big Bill is getting over. Tony Khan got to figure that out with him. MJF did make an appearance. So, the Hurt Syndicate was able to retain their AEW Tag Team Championships. And I wonder what's going to take place between the Hurt Syndicate and MJF. I have a prediction now. I have Wardlow and MJF getting back together to take on Shawn Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. Let's see, will that come true? CEO, CEO, CEO. Mercedes Moné versus Julia Hart on Hart Cup tournament match. Great job by Mercedes Moné. She really recovered their botch. I did like this match. It was a solid one, and the crowd, they were really behind Julia Hart. Every single time she had Mercedes in a submission, they were behind Julia Hart. And when Mercedes had a submission on Julia Hart, they booed Mercedes Moné. But Mercedes Moné finished Julia Hart off the bench to the next round for the Trio Championships. Rated FTR versus the Death Riders. And oh my God, Willer Yuta got so much heat in this match. My homie Nelson was losing his voice saying fuck Yuta so many times. I can't believe Yuta is getting this much heat in AEW. And this a Philly boy, and he really got the heat. He did his job. He was able to get the crowd to be in this match. And I did like this trios match. But the Death Riders are your winners. I wanted Rated FTR to win the Trios Championship. But post-match, I said, you know what? I'm not even mad no more. FTR turns on Colt, and this was a great heel turn. They really did a good job with it. They gave him 2 concertos. FTR is finally back to being heels. I like them at baby faces, but they always been better as heels, and I know what it's going to lead to. Eventually, Nick Wayne and them are going to turn on Christian, and we will get the return of Christian and Colt versus FTR, and I cannot wait for that one right there. The AEW Women's Championship match. Toni Storm versus Megan Bang. And seeing Megan Bang in person, oh my God, she really stands out. I took a picture of her at last night's show, and this was a kick-ass women's match. Tony Khan, he did protect her. Toni Storm won, but by her classic roll-up. I know a lot of people online were hoping Megan Bang would beat Toni Storm and get that Brock Lesnar push, but we all knew you could not do that. Toni Storm just got the belt not too long ago from Mariah May. Toni Storm still being a champion. I'm not sure how long she's going to be the champion for this reign, but I hope Megan Bang momentum does continue after this match against Toni Storm at Dynasty. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe on Hart Cup tournament match. Another match that really should have been on TV, Collision or Dynamite. And a match like this, you already know Fletcher gonna win. So it's like, can we just get to the finish? The match was fine. Fletcher, bright future in AEW, future World Heavyweight Champion. He is your winner. Chris Jericho versus Bean Dino World Championship versus Maz. Now, this was my piss break match. I did go to the bathroom, but when I came back, the match was still going, and the people at the show were into the match. So I can't say, hey, they were dead. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So Chris Jericho got the bat and hit Bean Dino with it. So I'm like, okay, they're really going to unmask this dude. I'm like, oh my God, is this WCW and Jericho is Kevin Nash and Bean Dino is Rey Mysterio? But no, they had his family members and the fans pointing out the bat. Arby Edwards said, oh, so he did use the bat. They restarted the match. Then Bean Dino defeated Chris Jericho to win the ROH Championship. Chris Jericho, one of my all-time favorites, but I just do not enjoy you anymore in 2025. I need to see you back in the W for me to start getting more excitement. Nash Long always sells. His Nash Long AEW is just not the same. That's why we need him in the WWE someday. Again, the TNT Championship match, Adam Cole, baby, versus Daniel Garcia. I completely forgot all about this match. That tells you how many matches on this show is just too goddamn much. Because I was thinking, hey, it's a triple threat. And me and my homie Nelson like, oh, damn, we gotta wait. And this TNT Championship match, it was cool. Adam Cole is the new TNT champion. I'm fine with it. Tony Khan just dropped the ball with Daniel Garcia as the TNT champion. He finally got his moment. He had no idea what to do with Daniel Garcia as the TNT champion. So what's next, Daniel Garcia? I have no idea. I do know he did push Daddy Magic, but it wasn't shown on a Titantron screen, which means that was not seen at home for people who watched the event. More like it just showed part of a video package of him pushing Daddy Magic. Now, the match of the night, the AEW Internet Championship match, Kenny Omega, Micey Bailey, and Ricochet. This match right here, I said it, this is going to be the best triple threat match of 2025. And I don't see the ones that made it topping it. And I'd be surprised if they do. This was a phenomenal match to watch. Ricochet was getting massive heel heat. They were slapping his ball head and they were chanting, ball, ball, ball. I recorded Kenny Omega entire entrance. It was so fire to see. And the pyro, oh my goodness. Woo! I blew my goddamn ears off. This is why I love professional wrestling. Matches like this, Micey Bailey was awesome. Everybody was awesome in this match. This match was about 25-30 minutes, and I soaked it all in. I never see a triple threat match in person. It was the first time seeing it, and I got this match? Oh my goodness. I'd be shocked if no one say this wasn't a fair match of the night. Because this was, by far, the best match of the night. But Kenny Omega retains International Championship. Then Okada come out. They had their stare down. We will get Okada versus Kenny Omega at All In title versus title. And I cannot wait. But it's time to start heating up Okada to get us prepared for that match. The World Heavyweight Championship match, Jon Moxley versus Swerve. And that awesome Status Shock get up. While being at the show, you could feel the energy in the building of everybody hoping Swerve get the victory on Moxley. And I will say, this is Mox's best match since winning the World Heavyweight Championship. And when Swerve did that Swerve stump off the ladder through the announce table, awesome spot to see in person. So then we finally get to shenanigans. Hangman out there. You got the Death Rider. Oh, here we go. Hangman will help out Swerve win the World Heavyweight Championship. Then no, my friend Nelson pointed out someone's running. They had all white on. Then the lights came on. The Young Bucks. BTE, the Swerve, your winner, Jon Moxley. Now I feel how people felt when Cody Rhodes lost against Roman Reigns WrestleMania 39. I was so mad. I said, this is bullshit. And I left. The Death Rider storyline is awful. I like Moxley, but this storyline is just not working. A lot of people call Tony Khan the worst booker ever. Tony Khan decided, I'm going to take a page out of the W playbook with the bloodline. Because there was certain time periods where people thought, hey, Sami Zayn going to do it. Cody Rhodes will do it. Of course, they eventually done it, but that's what he's doing. He want to use the Death Rider storyline like that. And this didn't do anything to build the heat on Jon Moxley to say, I can't wait to see someone being for that belt. And like someone did say, yes, it is a 2-week build. So, did we really expect Swerve to win the belt? Yeah, I do get that point. But I still expected Swerve to win because off the Hangman angle on Dynamite. So now you're using Swerve and Hangman just to have a tag match against the Bucks. Big tag match, but the more memorable moment would have been Swerve winning the belt because the guy that told him, I'll make sure you never win it, helped him. And then you could tell a great story of that rivalry. So now when we do Swerve, Hangman versus the Bucks, and when it's done, what's next? And what's next for Jon Moxley? Next month, we got Double or Nothing. Do we really need Moxley to have a world title match? Because whoever he faces is going to predictable shit. Clearly, Moxley's going to drop the belt at AEW. All in. So with all this going on, my guess is the best thing for AEW to do at Double or Nothing, just do, for the first time ever on a pay-per-view, Blood and Guts. I don't want to see a world title match because it's going to be nothing but a waste of time. So, yeah. Talk about a long night and to be so disappointed with a main event like that, seeing Swerve lose. I really thought Swerve was going to win that world title. I was like, yes, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. And it didn't happen. But my friend Nelson actually was ruled for Jon Moxley. Couldn't believe it. But that's my AEW Dynasty review. Overall, the show, like I was saying, certain matches felt like it should have been on TV. Not a bad show at all. I would say it was a decent show. Now, if I was at home, the review probably been different, but the live experience is totally different than being at home. So, like I said on this video, give me your thoughts on AEW Dynamite, the people who watched it at home. Hit the like button. I'll respond to everybody in the comment section per usual. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.